At the center of the ZANU-PF, who's confronting the party at the moment, is ineffective communication. I think over the past few days and weeks, we have seen senior ZANU-PF officials actually exchanging on public platforms different information on a similar matter, particularly with regards to the co-option of Mnangagwa Takwirei. The ZANU-PF Secretary for Information and Publicity, Chris Mutsvanga, saying his co-option did not see the light of the day within the Politburo. But later on, we saw Patrick Shinamasa, who is the current ZANU-PF Secretary for Legal Affairs, coming up, writing a very lengthy statement detailing on how the matter of Mnangagwa Takwirei started, giving an impression that Mnangagwa Takwirei was co-opted. And guess what? Emerson Mnangagwa addressed this matter, but from the statement you could tell he was lashing out at Chris Mutsvanga. Of course, he would not actually say it. He will not mention his name. They are speaking indirectly, but you can tell that this information was conveyed to Chris Mutsvanga. The greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Hear how he brought it. He said effective communication among the freedom fighters, commanders, and the masses so as successfully wage our liberation struggle. Vana Mujiba Nabana Chibuido ensured that critical information reached decision makers. There was unity in the manner we executed the struggle. Our national leaders in detention and the restriction camp equally found ways to communicate to us both at the front and to the political leaders in Zambia and Mozambique. Let me see whether he continued with this. Okay, let me just read part. I don't think it is related to this. Then I will analyze that statement, which, having begun politics in the 1960s under ZAPU and later the People's Caretaker Council, he never sought positions. So he also addressed the issue of positions. By the way, this is how politicians communicate. They will actually give an impression that the late so-called hero of ZANU-PF never did this. He never sought positions. He never participated in the politics for perceived benefits, power, or influence. You see, this message is directed to someone. It can be none other than retired General Mutsvanga. His love for Zimbabwe and the people of our country was his motivation. Such are the traits that we must nurture amongst the emerging cadres of our party and people of our nation as a whole. Now let's go to the first. He says effective communication amongst the freedom fighters, commanders, and the masses so as successfully wage our liberation struggle. Vana Mujiba Nabana Chibuindo ensured that critical information reached decision makers. There was unity. You see, he's addressing what we have been witnessing in ZANU-PF, lack of unity in terms of disseminating information. He says there was unity in the manner we executed the struggle. Our nationalist leaders in detention and the restriction camps equally found ways to communicate to us both at the front and to the political leadership in Zambia and Mozambique. So has been actually, according to Emerson Mnangagwa, communicating what is not in his interest. It is none other than, they call him Putimaninji, that is Chris Mutsvanga. I think Chris Mutsvanga over the past days or so has actually surprised many that he can go against interest of the Emmerson Mnangagwa faction, because according to Mnangagwa, in the what is the desire of the bedroom of Emmerson Mnangagwa is to see Gudawashe Takwire co-option going smoothly. But as an individual who disseminates information, Chris Mutsvanga has actually been at the center of taking a swipe at Gudawashe Takwire. I mean, over the past days, I think ZANU-PF manner of communication has actually dragged the entire society into debating on exactly how many centers of power exist within ZANU-PF. Chris Mutsvanga says something in contradictory with what Patrick Chinamasa says. And that can only allude to one thing, that when it comes to communication, ZANU-PF is in disarray. And Emmerson Mnangagwa has actually mastered that very, very well. Listen to the statement after addressing the issue of communication. He speaks about power struggles. Now, whom is he addressing when he is talking about power struggles? Obviously, he is struggling with retired General Chuenga at the moment, saying when they joined the struggle, obviously you will make use of the dead to actually derive a political message or to send a political message. He can't say retired General Chuenga is power hungry. He cannot publicly say, this fellow Chris Mutsvanga, the way he disseminates information was wrong. But what he can do, he can actually make use of this comrade of theirs they are actually bearing to send a message to the current threats, emerging threats for Emmerson Mnangagwa in terms of how information is disseminated within ZANU-PF. That speaks volume of a leader who has lost control of his political party. And when us as outsiders look at the way ZANU-PF is in disarray in terms of having a position over one issue, that on its own tells us that this man masquerading as the president of ZANU-PF is not in total control of his political party, but rather there appears to be someone else who is also equally effective, not equally effective, equally powerful as Emmerson Mnangagwa. So that is why he tried so very, very hard to actually derive this message, sending this message. And if you look, if Chua is also given a platform to address people, he also sent a message using the comrade who passes away, that so and so during his lifetime used to do this, not to do this. You're getting the sense. That is how ZANU communicate. They are sending messages to each other through these particular gatherings in a manner that someone cannot say you are talking about me unless if you are using your common sense, you can tell who exactly the message was sent to. As simple as that. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Let me love and leave you. We'll be giving you an entire analysis of the spring.